Hello and welcome back, gamers. And yeah, it's been a minute since we've been on the old Prison Architect. Now, it's been so long that I've had to look at my last video to see where we're at. And as you can see, I, for whatever reason, have started to, well, not, there's an obvious reason, but I've stuck in an infirmary. I've also got an extra couple of prisoners. We're up to 32 at the moment, which is grand. And they're all, in a minute, they're all sat in there just chilling. It's a little bit cramped. And I'm thinking, you know, this is a Star Wars prison. I mean, look how boring this is. So I'm wanting to, in this episode, is kind of design some kind of futuristic kind of space-esque sort of prison. Now, I've seen a few ideas online where it's like shaped like a fighter or something, as if it was on board something or other. Now, I'm kind of going to go with that kind of idea. However, my idea is going to be on the Death Star, and this is just going to be like a floor on the Death Star, or at least maybe it's taken inspiration. So it's going to be of a circular nature. And as you can see, we've only got 4K, so it's going to be all blueprinted out, and we're going to eventually, nice and slowly, go into it, build into it. So my idea is going to be, it's going to fill the whole map. It's going to be circular. We have sections off, and we're going to have medium, low, medium, high, and supermax. And we're going to have things that are going to be in central that can be accessible to all parts. So it's going to be like quadranted off, almost somewhat tiered. Now, ideally, what I want to do is blueprint it out firstly in the first instance. And then once we've managed to blueprint it out, we'll be able to then hopefully move on to something that's a little bit more solid. However, in the middle of the blueprinting, we also need to acknowledge some of our to-do list. So let's just get rid of that a sec. On the to-do list, you can see there's quite a lot going on here, and we're going to need to do these in order to get the money, and also we're going to need to get our grants up. We've got 2 in a minute, so we need to kind of hit on the inmate health and well-being, as well as the maintenance section, which would be pretty easy for us to kind of crack on with very shortly. Now, I'm also going to be unlocking loans very soon, and then we might need a loan just to kind of get us kicking off to get the prisoners in. So let's get crack-a-lacking. Okay, so I'm going to start on the top left quadrant, the furthest away, and then kind of bring it around. So I'm thinking ideally I'm going to want it to maybe go up maybe 10. We're going to want to come in about 5. I'm going to go up 10 like so, and bring it in 5. I'm going to go up. Now, do I want to make it 6? Did I make that 6? I made that 7. So that's going to be 7. So then I'm going to go up 10 again. Just make sure that they're all 10. And that's going to be 10, yeah. And then along 5. Up 10. So that's going to be that sort of section. So it's going to be like an outdoor. Or is that, do you know what? I've got a feeling that that's too big. I think 5 and 10 is too small. So I'm going to go half that. I'm going to do 2, more than that. I'm going to go 2, 2, 2, 2. So looking at that, we're going to go 2, 2, 2, 2. So I'm going to do 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I'm going to keep doing it. I'll bring it back in a sec. Okay, so that's just the outline kind of basis done. I mean, that's very flat, isn't it? And then the top's going to be flat, and I'm going to have much the same on the other side. Obviously, as you can see here, this has left out a kind of massive chunk of the map in the far corner here. Now I'm thinking here we can have all, how can I say, like all the integral parts, and maybe here we can keep the same kind of design going here, but we'll have it more circular on this side, and it can also be like a cross kind of section. Let me show you what I mean. Watch this space. Yeah, I'm not liking it at all. It's not looking very round, so I'm going to knock that one on the head. I'm sure we can think of something to go in this section, and I'm sure something will come up, but right now I'm not thinking, I can't really think of anything. It's not going to go to waste. It's definitely going to be used. Maybe some kind of outdoor area or the visitors section. We're going to need to build roads and pathways coming around that way anyway, so it might be a different kind of entrance. That's probably what we could use. It could be like a visiting entrance from the other side or whatever. But as it stands right now, that'll do just for this kind of layout here. And then I'm going to replicate that on this side here, and then maybe a little bit further apart there, down here, and then there. So we're going to have, these are going to be like the cell blocks, and then in the center we have a center cross, and in the center is going to be the shared area. So we're going to have, we've got the showers, we'll have the canteen, the kitchens, the classrooms, workshops, all that kind of stuff down the center there. So now I'm thinking of sticking down the, how can I say, the cell area. So I'm going to want this as a low security, so we can stick dorms in. We're also going to stick in some singular cells, and solitary is going to be elsewhere, so we don't really need to worry too much about that just now. Okay, I've replicated that from that side and that side. I've not added the parts in the middle because it's hard to kind of visualize, and I'm struggling, and it's all in my head and I don't know what I want it to look like, so I think it's going to be even more difficult to kind of show on the video. So that's what it's going to look like. We're going to have one there, one there, one there, one there. We're going to have the central point in the middle. We're going to have the intake parts in the middle, and then these parts can be for various showering and whatnot, as I mentioned. And I thought actually each of these sections on the outside, they can be the yards for the appropriate kind of area. And this is going to have Supermax or Solitary on one of these sides, and they're going to be just nothing. We might have some forestry kind of stuff there, exports and whatnot. So that's what it's going to look like eventually. We're going to be building on that bit by bit throughout the rest of the series. So let's kind of have a look at what we need to do here. So looking at here, we've got visitors section to kind of sort out, and we also need to make sure we get some more doctors in, build a medical ward, and hire an intelligence officer. So looking here then, we've halfway through the infirmary, which is good. We need another doctor. However, before we do anything, we need a free office. We've got a finance officer, we've got a bureau officer, bureau officer's office, finance officer's office, and I'm sure we've got another officer. Oh yeah, is that security? Imperial officer's office, yeah. So we need to build one more office, and I'm probably going to do one off of here, and they need to be what, 5 by 5 or something like that. So let's crack on with the 5 by 5, and it looks bricky. Is that brick? Yeah, that's probably brick, isn't it? So we'll crack on with the brick, and we'll do something that looks like that. Insufficient funds. Do I need to press play? There we are. Requires entrance. Well, I'm not sure what. Oh my goodness, I've made a huge mistake. I'm thinking that that's our money there. That's our daily credits. No, that's our current balance. So we kind of need time to kind of get crack-a-lacking before we can get some more cash in. And we're only in the afternoon at the minute, which is fine. So whilst that's doing, hopefully these R2 droids can get rid of all of these trees that we've kind of want to get rid of. Hopefully they'll go into exports for us. They're picking them up, which is good. But are you taking them to exports? Because that's what we want to do. Doesn't look like it, does it? Or are they just kind of sorting? What I can do at the minute, whilst it's doing that, I go to objects, and we want to dismantle. We want them to be done as well. And maybe we can just sell by clicking on them. Yeah. I don't know if that's a cheaty way, I don't know. But whatever, it's working. It needs to be done because we're skint. They're working on that. I've selected a few up here as well. Yep, lovely jubbly. Let's get all of these sold. Lovely. Hopefully we can now got a couple more quid in the bank, so we can start building our extra office. Lovely. I've got all these up here to sell too, so they're going to be busy doing that. So let's slow stuff down for a minute. Oh, let's sell all these. Yep. Nice. Right, hopefully now we're going to have enough cash to get the foundations built. So brick building, we're going to have 7 by 7. Nice one. Right, I can crack on with that, and we'll probably add that one as well there, like so. So then we can stick the walls in, and once the walls are in, that'll be good. Ah, is that what we've been using? No, I don't think it is. I think we're fine. If we need to change it, we'll change it. Okay, so that's going. We'll get an entrance on as soon as we can. We can go to our objects. We'll go to our. We can just have a normal door, can't we? Not a door mat, or a door table. What's it called? Nope. That doesn't sound good, does it? Rooms. Don't want a room. It's been so long. Walls and doors, you know, where it actually says door. And we're gonna have a. Should we just have a standard door, rather than an actual normal door? Oh yeah, we'll have a staff door. We'll stick that one there like that. Cool. So we'll speed time ahead. Let's hopefully get that cracking on. Everything seems to be going on okay here. Our cash has kind of gone up. Our daily credits, we've got more in than going out. It's not looking great, is it? But as soon as we've got this built, hopefully we'll start cracking. Oh yeah, they are going on for exports. That's good. It is getting sorted. Well, in the meantime then, what we can do then is get these objects, get all this dismantled, because we're going to want it all dismantled sooner or later anyway, for our massive expansion, which is coming pretty soon. I say pretty soon, it will take probably the entirety of these series. I hope to kind of do an awful lot of work off camera, so it's not just me just messing around really. But let's get all these done. Cool. And we'll get that done as soon as we can. Now, do we have... We need workers. 2 deaths. Oh no. Right. That's not looking good, is it? Send all prisoners back to their cells. That's the shakedown. We're not doing a shakedown. I don't want to bring in anyone else. I don't want to bring in the anyone that needs to, but like the SWAT or whatever. But it's going to have to be done, innit? Get these boys sorted out. They're not going to be happy, I know, but it needs to be done. Come on, boys. I think that's pretty under control now. We've got 2 deaths, so then we can take some more in. So do you know what? It's money. Who even cares? It's money. That's all we want. Right, why isn't this taken? Do we have staff? Workers. Should we take in some more workers? I think we're probably best taking in some more workers, aren't we? So let's go to... Is it not logistics? It's been so long. So long. Here we are, staff. Okay, these are our workers, aren't they? So we'll get 6 more. There, 6 more workers. There, 6 more workers in. Our stormtroopers are pretty fine. Staff are okay. The infirmary, we can kind of get that set up now as well, can't we? So what does it need in? It needs a... We've got a medical ward, but this needs a Bacta tank. Not quite sure what that is. Let's see if we can... There it is. How much is that? 500. Yep, no worries. Oh, nice. I mean, we can put 3 in. 3 in for good measure. Yeah, let's stick 3 in. And we need an extra doctor as well, which is, I believe, one of these. There. So once that order comes through, we should be good. So that's our exports, our deliveries, prisoner uniform. That's the Bacta tanks. Food tray. Where is... Oh, it's been built. Super. This is getting done. Lovely. So, we need to turn this into an office then. So room, it needs to be turned into an office. Can we find office on the list? Here we go. And offices need to be, is it 5x5? I'm pretty sure it's 5x5. Oh, 4x4, that's fine. So we'll bring, to be honest with you, there's no harm in doing that, is there? So it's Imperial console, Imperial terminal. So we need a terminal, and that will probably go nicely. I'll go there. And we're going to need a console. It's like a desk, really, isn't it? Yeah. So the desk can probably go about there, and then the chair can go there. Lovely. So that'll be coming in. As soon as that comes in, we can get the new intelligence officer. Oh no. Hopefully we get a few more deaths. I mean, that'll free up some money for us, won't it? And we've got a medical bay on the go now as well. Infirmary. There's no way to get to that place though. So actually we need a fence. Fence. No, not rooms, objects. Where do we get our fence foundations? Oh, yeah. That's the fence gate. Fence there. That's what we need. We need a fence. So that needs to come along here and down there. And then we need to put a fence gate. Standard. There. So we can have that accessed. So let's get things sped up. Got a couple more quid coming in. That's our deliveries. That's the office done. So now we can hire. Who is it we need to hire? It was a intelligence officer, I think, wasn't it? Was it an intelligence? Yeah, intelligence officer, which we can't. So we need to do some more research. Let's go to our research. No, it's this up here, isn't it? Bureaucracy. Here we are. So, psychology. Let's get that on the go. Security, I'm not too bothered about just yet. It's probably a good idea to get education soon. I think we might go for an education in a minute. We don't have £2,000 to chuck out anywhere. So actually, oh, that's going to be handy. That is going to be handy. Small cells. Oh, I do like all of this. Death row. We definitely want death row as well. We'll keep that psychology for a second. Once the psychology comes through, we're going to be able to get ourselves a intelligence officer, and then we're done. So our infirmary's connected. Everything's good. So we're going to close that. Can we close it? No, I don't want to double click it. Didn't mean to do that. What I want to do is not have that locked open. There we are. And we'll close it. And it can open when it needs to. Alright, so that's that in there. It's looking pretty filthy. So it might be a case of us actually getting some cleaners coming in. Now, hopefully that's finished so we can order, get some staff and have an intelligence officer. Yep, lovely. He can... Oh no, don't need 2 intelligence officers. How can I sack him? Thank you. See you later. Right, so he's going to his office, and that's that grant done. We've got some more money, 19k. That's looking good. So let's have a look at our extra grants. 20 on security procedure certification. So what we're going to need: security officer. Got that. High 10. We've got that. Unlock patrols. Got that. Assign 3. Sweet. That's pretty much instant, isn't it? Hire a security officer. I thought we'd done that already. What's he then? What's this dude here? Oh, he's different, is he? Balls. Alright, that's fine. We can do that. So we're going to get that put in there like that. We're going to have to put a wall across here for you, matey. Apologies. So it'll have to be across there. And then we have to share an office very shortly. We've got 27k. If I'm looking at bureaucracy, I'm definitely going to need some cleaning. Requires a sector officer. That's fine. We'll have to build another office then. Seeing as we're on the foundations, we might as well. If that's going to be a corridor, we're going to have that like so. That should be good. This can be our corridor for our officers temporarily. Right, let's have a look here then. Oh, wrong button. Our power's looking okay, which is grand. We don't have anyone coming in, and where are all the inmates? They're probably in here. Right, so this stormtrooper, let's go back down to where is it logistics? Logistics is fine. I'm not bothered about that. What I want to look for is deployment. So how did I manage to have 2 there? That's what I want to know. I must have assigned him there somehow. Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't think I even have the possibility of doing that yet. Right, he needs some electricity. We're on that straight away. Let's let them crack on. So let's go to our utilities and get ourselves the electrical cable coming all the way here. Lovely jubbly. Thank you. Alright, so that's his office there. We're going to make sure we're going to get a wall coming down here. We don't want him impeded in any way, do we? No. Couldn't definitely not have that. So that can go along there like so. That will have to go up there like so. It's a bit awkward actually, because we need to, obviously didn't think that one through. Foundations. If that's going to be an office, that's going to be a wall. In fact, I'm just going to get it all there, make all these offices. I'm going to need it sooner or later, aren't I? So I'm going to redo his office. Rooms. Come on, pal. Where's your office? There we go. Sorry, pal. That's your office there, mate. That's all you're getting. I'll give you a door. Standard door. Standard door there. And let's go back to rooms, get another office. There it is. So we'll stick an office like so. Stick an office like so. Stick an office like so. So let's get our imperial wall coming in here. We need a wall coming down there. We need a wall coming down there. Across there. And across there. And we'll get the doors in there. Right, they're going to be offices. Do I need that door there? No, I don't, but I quite like, that's going to be like the corridor to the offices, so I quite like that. So that's going to stay as it is. And can we clone? How does the clone tool work? Although we do have an office here. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that. Let's go to our room kind of thing. So we're going to want Imperial console. That's going to be like the desk type thing. So we'll have that there, there, there. We'll have the chair there, 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 and then the terminal is going to be there, there, there. Happy days. Right, so that's going to be them sorted. Once that's them sorted, we can actually hire a sector officer. Stick him in there. And now we've got ourselves a sector officer. Once they're in, we can sort out the cleaning issue and get stuff cleaned. There we are, that's one of them going in. Lovely jubbly. No, that's sorted. And then Oh, we need a security officer as well, don't we? So we'll drop down a security officer who we have yet to unlock. How's it looking in here? We need to unlock him on there. Happy days. Cleaning's getting done, which is good. Alright, things are looking good. We've got 17k. We've got that grant we're going to be sorting out soon. So what's this one here? Unlock cleaning, we're doing cleaning. Unlock groundskeeping. Hire an R2 gardener. Hire at least 2 R2. Alright, that's going to be done pretty sharpish then. So groundskeeping is going to be next. How are they looking down here? I'm going to have to get a proper security in a minute. I'm going to have to give them weapons and armory. And we're just going to have to take absolutely no shit. Take no prisoners. Quite literally. Right, I think we're going to call it a day there. Well, so we've kind of planned out the kind of future of our base. I'm hoping that we can kind of start building this shortly. I mean, I'm not sure how we're going to manage the foundations for it. I'm sure there's a clever way of doing that. We'll get the foundations mapped out. I mean, how much is it going to be just for, let's just say if it was a square, wow, 36k. You know, we've barely got half of that. So it's going to be a while. It's going to be a big project, and it's doable. It absolutely will be doable, and we will kind of crack on with it. But it's going to be a labour of love. So my name's Gamer Ryan. Thanks for watching. See you next time.